So this is our solid and hazardous waste section, chapter 16. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have four short videos on this. And so the picture you're seeing up here is actually a facility for e-waste. This will be our electronic waste, which we'll talk about later in these lectures. So you can see all the old computers, and this would be phones and anything that is electronic waste. All right, so the approach, the cradle to the grave approach is what we're doing is we're looking at products when they're first designed and manufactured all the way to when they die a slow and painful death, I suppose. So there is this idea about cradle to cradle products where actually that there are parts of the product that are either degradable and then can be used as biological nutrients, or reuse parts, technical nutrients, which can be then put into something else. So it's trying to limit the amount of waste that we make. Solid waste is any unwanted or discarded material that is not a liquid or a gas. So there's really two types, industrial solid waste and municipal solid waste. So the industrial is obviously coming from factories, mines, farms, industry. And so this is when they're producing something, it's the stuff they don't use. So I forget what this is on the left. I think it's a pile of potassium sulfate or something, which is waste from a mining process that they do. And you can see they're higher than trees. I mean, it's a massive amount of waste. And then on the right, municipal solid waste is garbage or trash. It's the stuff coming out of your house. It could be anything from paper, cardboard, food, cans, bottles, yard, some of the green waste, furniture, plastics, anything that that you're tossing out. And typically that goes to landfills at this point. All right, just to make sure you understand, we are now in a throwaway society, and we throw huge amounts of useful things away. This throwaway society is against every sustainable principle that we have. Anytime that you're throwing stuff away, it just is not functional. And we used to have repair shops. You used to, they made good products, and then those products were if they broke down, you would go and have them fixed. Now today, it seems like they're not made all that well. They're fairly cheap, and instead of getting them repaired, it's almost cheaper than to toss them. And so unfortunately, that is not sustainable. That is probably not what we should be doing. And matter of fact, there's groups that should be called MSW. It should be called MWR, mostly wasted resources. Because everything that gets tossed and thrown away is a wasted resource. We're spending tons of money on, and it's ending up in landfills and obviously causing us other issues. So municipal solid waste, just to kind of give you a heads up on where we are, with only 4.3% of the world's people, we produce over 25% of the world's industrial and municipal solid waste. We are pigs. We are using all these resources. We are generating a huge amount of trash. And every year, Americans generate enough MSW to fill a bumper-to-bumper convey of garbage trucks around the equator of the earth just about 6 times, which is, just unbelievable how much trash that we produce. And I want you to pay attention this week as your trash goes out. I don't know what trash day is, but pay attention to all the stuff you throw out. What size is are your trash cans? Most houses now have the 3-color trash cans. But how much goes into the black waste? That is going to a landfill. All right, and then with this idea is there's the ocean garbage patches. The North Pacific garbage patch consists of 2 very slow-moving ones. That is the largest garbage patch in existence. And there are 5 others that have been discovered. So the North Pacific garbage patch, again, is about the size of Texas. And what it shows us is there is no way. There was just an article that came out, and I might have mentioned in one of our classes, but that they're now finding pieces of genes of Levi's in the Antarctic. They can tell by the color, the fibers. There is no way. It's amazing that all this stuff gets spread everywhere. And so I want to give you Vogel's principle, page 122, number 11. Pyramids of consumption lead to increased concentrations of matter. And so as you consume, what we're doing is we're digging stuff up, we're bringing it to a central point, and then we get this concentration of matter, which we're calling trash. So you are all going to die. I keep saying that, and now you're going to die under a pile of trash. And so with that, we will stop the share and stop the recording.